Hey everyone, welcome to Marty and Vern's Rant Room, where two brothers just let it fly. We dive into current events, offer some wild opinions, and whatever else pops into our mind. No filter, no script, just real talk. We offer a little sarcasm every once in maybe a lot of sarcasm. Grab yourself a seat and enjoy the show.
This show is awful.
Terrible.
Disgusting.
See you next week.
Of course.
Okay. We can start the bitching. Hey, I finished an intro this morning so we don't have to say, hey, welcome to the podcast, because they already know that. So we could just go right into it if we want.
Into it. Oh.
Man, we haven't done one of these for a while, have we?
I know it. It's because basically life, I guess, gets in the way sometimes.
Summer, especially.
Well, yeah, summer's bad because we're always busy.
Yeah.
It's a bad time.
Yeah.
But we're still here, so if anybody wants to complain or bitch, or I don't care.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anything like that,
Yeah.
Every once in a while we'll get a comment or two, but not much, just, hey, listen to your podcast. That's about it.
Yeah.
But apparently we have good opinions because nobody disagrees with us.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess. What the hell?
Isn't that the way to look at it?
Yeah, that is true.
That's one way.
Yep.
So let me ask you, what's been on your mind lately?
Fucking boy, I tell you what, Democrats give all kinds of ammunition to shit, don't they?
Oh, all the time.
Fucking unreal. Now they got all these protests going around the world, around the
Yeah.
country. What do they call it? No kings?
No
Protest.
kings, yeah.
Yeah. Just because Trump was elected to take care of all the illegals, and he tries to do something, and now they come up, the No Kings protest, trying to stop him.
Yeah.
You can go, okay, when dumbass Biden was in office and COVID come, he shut it, what he did with COVID.
Yeah. Shut the country down.
Yeah.
So talk about a king.
Where was the No Kings protest then for having to wear masks?
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Protest of 6 foot distance.
Yeah.
Or if you don't get the shot, we're going to fire your ass.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
the hell is all that shit?
All of that stuff above. Remember those stickers at Walmart at the checkout, 6 feet,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the arrows.
What a bunch of crap.
Yeah, with the arrows going one direction.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that supposed to do anything?
Yeah, what did that do? That was just typical Democrat symbolic to where we're doing something here. Watch us.
And it's all Democratic put on for the looting, the throwing bricks and everything.
Yeah.
It's all Democrat. They pay people $150 a day to go and they protest. Give them the addresses. They go to the streets where they're supposed to be, and there's a pallet of bricks. And just have at it. And they go to another street, and there's a pallet of Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
And have at it.
Yeah, exactly. And as a result of that, I mean, that's just Democrat garbage. And Maxine Waters in California said, well, the protests have been mostly peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and don't believe,
except for the fleet of cars that were torched.
Yeah, don't believe what you hear and see. I've been down there, so believe me.
Just listen to me.
Yeah.
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 And
Fucking bullshit.
I saw this morning, I think President Trump's getting fed up to hear with this because this morning he came out and he's directing ICE to expand the deportation efforts here in the country,
Oh yeah,
which
he should.
I'm glad. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should. He ought
Yeah.
to put his foot down on the protests. And that brings me to another topic too. Uh, Iran attacking Israel with missiles. I'm surprised Iran is still on the face of the earth. I thought Israel would wipe them off the map by now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's coming because Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump are good friends. And uh, I'm sure I know Trump is getting fed up with the No Kings protests. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure Netanyahu's going to get fed up with Iran tossing their missiles and injuring and killing people in Israel and just wipe them off the map. That's
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
You know,
And I like what Florida's doing. Have you
in
seen that? If they have
uh-uh.
protesters in Florida, they say if you block the roadway, they're going to run over your ass and drag you down the street.
Yeah. Well,
They ain't going to put up with shit.
no, they do that one time and the rest will take notice and
Yep.
not do that crap
Yep.
again.
I'm surprised they haven't done that anywhere else.
I know.
Just
I am
run
too.
their ass over or just stand there with a 50 caliber and just lay waste to them all.
Yeah. Yeah. What would be even better? Just water guns so they could just
Oh yeah. Oh,
make them do somersaults and stuff. And okay, we're going to keep you away and we're going to clean the streets at the same time.
exactly. Exactly. Clean this shit up. But
Yeah.
and and also I see they got the guy that shot them people in Minnesota.
Yep. Yep.
I
Did
see
I
that.
tell you the backstory on that? A little bit. There
I-
were there were two couples that were shot. Two
Right.
of them were killed,
Right.
and the other two were shot and injured and went into surgery. Well, I knew the other two couple that were just shot, and as a matter of fact, I used to work with a woman in radio in Des Moines for a couple of years. So she was in there. They lived in Des Moines. It's John and Yvette Hoffman. And I didn't realize it at the time until much later that how liberal they were. But John Hoffman is uh, a legislator up there. And up in Minnesota, they have the DFL, Democrat Farm Labor Party. They don't have Republicans and Democrats. They have Democrat Farm Labor, which is even more so to the left than Democrats generally. So, really liberal. And John Hoffman, um, well, I knew a vet. She used to work at the morning zoo at Q102 in Des Moines, where I worked, and for a couple of years. And then I knew they moved up to Minnesota. And as a matter of fact, they moved up to Champlin, Minnesota from Des Moines. And when this story first came out, they mentioned Champlin, Minnesota. And I was thinking, wow, the only people I know in Champlin are John and Yvette Hoffman. Sure enough, they got shot. She was shot 3 times and he was shot 2 times.
No.
Um, but they got shot at their own home at 2 a.m. So They answered the door at 2 a.m. and got shot. That's my connection, I guess, to that. And they went through surgery, and they're both recovering. So I wonder how that is. But yeah, I knew him. So him doing the I'm trying to think what that shooter, what his motivation was, and then they came out a day ago or two that he had a bunch of No Kings flyers in there. I thought, well, maybe that they weren't liberal enough, and he shot and killed the former Speaker of the House or whatever, the current Speaker. And as a matter of fact, John Hoffman, at least the governors, if they want a bill to go through the legislature, they have to have somebody in the legislature sponsor it, and then they usher it through and try to get it passed in the House and the Senate. So John Hoffman was Tim Walz's water boy for the tampons in the boys' restroom. He sponsored that bill, and Tim Walz signed it. Hence, Tampon Tim.
Yeah. So
and that's how liberal he is.
Yeah. And then on the same token, he had a hit list with him.
He did.
And Tim Walz and that towelhead bitch, whatever.
Yeah.
Imar, whatever the fuck her name
Elon Omar. Yeah.
She ought to be, that goes to prove to you, they ought to be worried.
Yeah, so they should.
Anybody can be gotten to.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. And, anybody can get to somebody somehow.
And do that. Yeah. But you said they ought to be worried. But here's the thing. It's like Charlie Kirk's videos, college campuses.
Yeah.
When he goes and talks to them, and he tells the students, if they talk with him about different things, and he shows the students why they're wrong.
Yeah.
They won't admit it.
Yep.
So, and typical Democrat, they won't admit, okay, maybe we are wrong on this, even though the facts fly in their face and dispute what they're doing. They'll never change because they don't want to admit that they're wrong.
No,
ever.
No. And soon as you, if you watch his videos or watch press releases or news, they'll go up to the Democrats protesting. What's your sign mean, or why are you protesting?
They don't know.
They'll change the subject.
Yeah.
They have no fucking clue what they're doing.
Well, anyhow, but we're here protesting. Yeah. They changed the subject, and you can see Charlie Kirk's videos the same way. He said they'll change the subject and they'll ask them specifics. Yeah. Okay, you think Trump is a dictator. Tell me why you think that.
Yeah.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
No, tell me specifically. No, and they can't say that.
No. And even in the House and the Senate, where they're Hawley from Missouri is asking questions.
Yeah.
And he was telling them, this is a yes or no question. You ask them point blank what they believe in and why did you do this? And did you do this? It's a yes or no question. Nope. They'll start hammering and take it some other direction.
They'll go on tirades and usually they'll go on, well, Trump is bad. Well, why? That's a generic term. Trump is bad. Yeah. Well, tell me why,
exactly.
Specifically.
Yeah.
And they'll change the topic
Yeah.
because they don't know how to stand on their own two legs.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought. That's my
Yep.
thought.
Yeah.
So,
It's
uh,
it's unreal. And then like the protesters, you got all these damn Mexicans and anybody else in a different country protesting. They're flying their flag and burning the American flag. Well, if your country's so damn fucking good, go back.
go back there.
Go back
Leave.
to it. Yeah.
Leave. We
Yep.
don't care. Just
No.
leave.
Yeah.
So,
Just fucking leave.
yeah. And there was a couple of them that left after the election, but to me, I thought good riddance. And B, not many other people, despite everybody saying, "Oh, we're going to leave." Well, then leave.
Yeah. Then fucking
See if
leave.
the grass is greener on the other side of the fence,
That's right. That's
and
right.
it's usually not. So,
No, no, it's just all everything that's been done in this country right now going on is Democrat backed,
yeah,
just
yeah,
to make Trump look bad.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all it is.
Or try,
Yeah,
and
try
he's
make him
not
look.
putting up with that shit this time.
No,
You know,
nope, I
his
wouldn't
first
either.
term, he did a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
than what I
Yep,
thought he would do.
yep.
But now, nah, he won't put up with it, and it's backfiring on the Democrats because who can you point to? Who do the Democrats point to? Well, Gavin Newsom. As far as running for president next time, I said, yeah, right. It's
Yeah,
going to be a generation before they're back into
yep,
power again.
yeah,
I
and
fully believe that.
yeah, and you can't believe anything they say.
No,
Not one fucking word.
no, no, because usually it's, um, you know, watch what I believe for my actions, not
Yeah,
just
yep,
my words.
yep.
And they don't back it up. And I think Trump and a lot of Trump supporters, me including, um, are more were less apt to take the shit from the Democrats this time as we were his first term. You
Yeah.
know, now it's like people are sick of that. People are sick of this transgender
Oh,
crap
yeah. Oh, God.
and all of that stuff. No, it's garbage. Immigration. Well, we got a whole bunch of, uh, you know, everybody in here that's in illegally are not criminals. And I'm thinking, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah.
here, you're a criminal because you're breaking the law. Why should we
Exactly.
put up with that? And I think Americans, and it showed because Trump got such a landslide victory that people aren't going to put up with this crap
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And now California is calling to Washington. I've seen some lady calling wants Washington basically wants the taxpayers to clean up their town, clean up
Yeah,
their city.
yeah,
And it's like,
yeah,
oh, fuck that. Oh,
yeah,
hell
yeah.
no.
That
No.
that's a problem of your own making.
Yep.
You clean it up and fix it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
but it'll be fixed. I think eventually. It may take a while to get out in the wash, but eventually it'll get fixed or resolved in some way on that. So, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's that state, California, is so fucked up. It ain't even real. It ain't even funny.
Have
It's
no
just
desire to go there.
oh
Not even for the weather. I'll go south, you
yeah,
know, to
and
search for better weather.
yeah, and in my opinion, uh, there'll be a civil war,
Yeah.
but it won't be between the North and the South. It'll be Republican Democrat.
Yeah.
And
But
that's what it'll be.
if there is, it's the Democrats' fault, I
Yeah.
think,
Oh, well, sure
you
it
know,
is. They bring it
because
all
it's
on
the
themselves.
crap, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully it won't come to that. But I think the American people are just getting sick of the woke crap
Yeah.
liberal bullshit that's out there because
Yep.
none of their policies work, you know.
No. No.
Tell
None of
tell
them do.
us long term how it works,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And the sad thing about it, like them couple that in Minnesota that got shot,
Yeah.
and it's too bad. But you suppose they're lying in the hospital bed thinking, God, maybe I'm doing things wrong.
No.
Maybe I ought to change. You suppose they're
No.
fucking thinking that?
No.
No.
Do
Fuck
not.
no.
I
No.
do not. I do
No.
not.
They have no fucking idea.
What what is more likely is there, and maybe not. I have no idea. They would be, or people like that would be more in tune to, well, we have to figure out why that guy did what he did. Maybe we didn't coddle him enough and help him as
Yeah.
he was going through adulthood or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's the more likely scenario.
Yeah.
And
And
that's the more likely scenario for Democrats thinking that, you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
not that, oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, they're not thinking that. It's like, okay, maybe we didn't embrace you enough, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we didn't fly the pride flag prominent enough,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. No shit. Didn't give him a good enough hand job or some fucking thing.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that when they
But
were when they
but
were nursing.
yeah, you just watch. And if they haven't done it already, anybody that was on that hit list, because they don't know if he was acting alone or if he's part of a gang or what,
Yeah,
but everybody on that hit list is going to up their security.
sure,
You just watch around their
sure.
house, around everything.
Yeah,
They're going to up it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Minnesota, if people don't know, and I live in Iowa, well, we're both from Iowa, you are in Tennessee. Minnesota is so incredibly liberal compared to Iowa.
Oh
Iowa's a
yeah.
Trump state.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota, oh, not at all. They
Mm.
had people like Elon Omar and Tampon Tim as the governor. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now
that's why.
what what I wonder what the reasoning was. Where the fucking uh they supposed to use tampons in a men's bathroom? Is that when somebody smashes them in the face, I can plug their holes when they're bleeding? Is that what the fuck it is?
That may do it, I guess. I don't know. No, I honestly, I don't know the justification because I think when I first started reading that years ago, I go, that is so stupid. I didn't even read the story why they were justifying. Maybe they think, um, I don't know.
I can't even
They
begin
think
to think
to
how they're thinking.
to have men and women more equal. I don't know. But why that? I don't know. But uh yeah, John Hoffman was one of the guy that ushered it through the legislature there. And I thought, oh, I don't know how you can justify that.
Well,
Usually Democrats will say, "Oh, we're going to make um menstrual products free for all the women."
yeah.
Make them free. Start with that, but now they're into putting tampons in the men's restroom. you
Well,
know.
you know what should have been icing on the cake on that when everybody got shot, especially with that Hoffman guy. If he's bringing that, putting tampons in men's bathrooms, the person that shot him ought to put fucking tampons in all his bullet holes.
Maybe he
Maybe
tried that.
maybe that would have saved him a little bit. Hell, I don't
That
know.
would, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they're doing. Like I said, he was shot 2 times and she was shot 3 times. So,
Yeah,
and I'm sure it was up close and personal because they opened the door at 2 a.m.
yeah, yeah. And why would
So,
you
I don't
open the
know.
door too?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too bad. I mean, yeah, she didn't deserve that, nor did he, but
No, but it's their stupid ideology that happened. That's why it happened
yeah.
because of
So
their
I
idea.
so I'm thinking, I don't know why, and it'll come out what the shooter's motivation was, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the fact that they found no King's flyers in his possession, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but it'll come out, what his motivation was. Maybe he was thinking Hoffman wasn't liberal enough.
Well, yeah. You never fucking know.
You never know.
No, you
But
never know. But I bet you. I bet you. In my opinion, the militia in Michigan. I bet you
yeah,
they're just loading up and chomping at the bit. They're ready to go.
Gretchen Whitmer should be shaking in her boots as
Oh,
governor of
yeah, that
Michigan.
dumb bitch. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Oh my
yeah.
god. Yeah, and
So,
Maxine Waters and that other dumbass bitch, Pelosi
yeah,
and Schumer and all them guys ought to be fucking. Ooh, shit, they're coming after us.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't think they're smart enough to figure it out.
No, they're not. Just like their um, voters are not. Maxine Waters, for example, she's been 16 terms in the legislature or in
Yeah,
Congress.
yeah,
16 terms.
yeah.
And well, that goes more to voters
Mhm.
than uh the Waters herself. But I
Yep,
go, yeah, yeah, your voters just want free shit all the time. They don't want to give it up. That's
yeah,
why they vote you in.
yep,
So
yeah.
yeah.
And do they out in LA, do they show the protesters going down Skid Row?
No,
No, they don't.
no.
Nope. Mm-mm. They
Because they
should.
don't want to go there. That's the bad
No,
area of town.
exactly. They don't want to show what Democratic policies do.
Yeah.
They want to go into the nice neighborhoods and give them pallets of bricks and Molotov cocktails and say, "Here, have at it."
Yeah. We're gonna trash the mansions because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
jealous of somebody else has more than what they have, and
yeah,
it should spread it around. Yeah,
yeah.
whatever.
And peaceful,
Typical
peaceful,
Democrat.
yeah, peaceful demonstrations. Hell, more power to them. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah,
But shit like this, no, just over immigration and ICE, and they're trying to get all the criminals and everybody out of the country. Oh hell no! Just open up, have an open season,
yeah.
let it go.
And and the Democrats say not every illegal Democrat is a criminal. Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
mentioned it. Just they're illegal. They
yeah,
came through illegally. You
yeah,
know.
and it
Um,
gives every Mexican and uh, Haitian and Cuban or whoever is doing the protest of burning cars, uh, flying their flag. It gives every one of them people the American people look at them and say, "Well, fuck you guys. I ain't trusting you guys ever again.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of
Yeah.
dumbasses."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So,
now they're going to look at somebody that's speaking Spanish or whatever and go, "What the fuck? Shut the
yeah.
hell up. Get the hell out of
Uh,
here."
yeah. Let me see your green card,
Yep. Yep.
So, but
Exactly.
what is let's get back I'm going to circle back to I hate that term circle back. I don't know why I said that. Iran, what's your gas prices?
Uh, two 264, I think it is.
Oh, okay. Ours is 289 here. And I read a story this morning that said, well, gas is going to go up like 20 cents a gallon. And I thought, why? Because just last week, before the all of this
Yeah.
Iran stuff kicked off, they said, well, gas prices shouldn't be affected much here in the country because we don't get as much oil as we did in the past from Iran. Now they're saying, oh, it's going to go up because of the conflict in the Middle East. I'm
Yeah.
sick of that crap.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
it's
and
just an excuse.
they started drilling over here, and oil prices even are low. OPEC.
Yeah,
They
they are
they they
relatively.
yeah, they bumped up production, and so it brought oil down, but the prices haven't come down yet.
No, no, no,
Not by
and
much.
no. So, yeah.
Nope.
Oh well.
Nope. Yeah.
Anyhow, we're over a half hour, so we haven't done this for a while, but hopefully we'll do it within the next week. I got surgery coming up this week, so it may
Yep.
be early next week and stuff before
Yep.
we do another podcast. But
Yep.
we'll do it soon, pretty
Oh, yeah.
quickly.
We will.
And
We will. And we'll
yeah,
try to get some guests bring on too.
there you go.
To
There
see
you
to
go.
see, get their opinions on, you know, everything.
Everything,
Yeah.
just a different opinion. It may be the same as us, but
Yeah.
it's a different opinion from us. It may be totally different if we get somebody who's liberal to agree to come on. Otherwise,
Yeah, exactly.
you never know. You
That's
never
true.
know.
That's true. We can cut them up on here just as we can any other time.
Yep, that's right. And that'll be fun and interesting to get their take if they're that
Yeah.
way. But
Yeah. Yep.
anyhow, we'll
Yeah.
be back. Give us a
Oh,
like and subscribe and comment and all that good happy
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All
Take
right.
care, Marty.
All right. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye.